So Jason, in this week's video, I want to look at two things. One is your head position and the other is the overlap in your stroke and how potentially we need to create a little more overlap to help get more of a catch in your swim stroke. We know we want to keep working on trying to stop that left arm from crossing over, but here is what I'm talking about with that overlap. You're already down through that power phase in the swim stroke before those fingers are entering into the water. The other thing I'm really noticing is look how deep your head is. See how your head's completely under the water? We don't want that. We want your forehead to be sort of at the water because the problem is when you go to breathe, you've got to lift your head so far out of the water. Also, when we go into super slow-mo, we're seeing how much you're driving with those shoulders, and we can see the spine is still twisting just ever so slightly right there. See how to lift that head up? See how much rotation in the spine is happening? So, and that's because the head's got to come up so high and then is diving so low. But here in the catch phase, because you're going forward, if you wanted to catch right there, wouldn't be so bad. But you push down in the water and now you're catching. So the problem is you're already well down into the swim stroke before you're catching. So really work on that and see if you can get a little bit more overlap, keep the head a little bit higher, and really focus on trying to let the hips roll with the shoulders, which will get rid of, if you look right here on the spine, really will get rid of that rotation in the spine. I think those two things, first off, head hitting the forehead, or just, I mean, sorry, middle of the head, it would be good, and getting a little bit more overlap, so almost doing the catch-up drill. Combination of those two will really help improve your stroke. Get a little bit earlier catch so that we can get a little more power with each stroke. The kick's not so bad, but we can see here, if you look at your feet, they're not pointed, which is, again, just creating drag. So the fact that your feet are always sort of pointing straight down to the bottom of the pool is just creating a ton of drag, so we want to correct that as well. Otherwise, bud, great job.